My name is Riley Bramblett, and I am a junior at Wanna Grove High School. For my presentation, I decided to talk about the three branches of government and how they have evolved over time. A lot has changed in the past few years, and the branches have made a lot of drastic changes to help benefit the government and the people. I'm going to start off by talking about what the three branches are, what they do, and just give a little more background information on the topic. The U.S. government is divided into three branches: the legislative branch, the executive branch, and the judicial branch. They all perform different jobs, but they all have to work together in order to prevent one from becoming too powerful. The legislative branch's job is to create and make laws. This is where all the laws we have now came from, and without it, we probably wouldn't have certain laws. It is made up of the Congress, which is the House of Representatives, and the Senate. The executive branch carries out laws and enforces them. It makes sure the laws coming from the legislative branch are fit to become a law, and it goes with the government's rules and that it abides by them. This is the president and vice president's job to make sure the law is good enough and can be evaluated by the judicial branch. The judicial branch is the Supreme Court. Their job is to assess the laws and use them during legal cases. This branch uses all laws being made in the legislative branch and judicial branch in court. I am now going to talk about how the legislative branch has evolved over time. According to the Bill of Rights Institute.org, it states, "At the Constitutional Convention, the structure of the legislative branch was the most contentious issue that the delegates faced. The amount of representation that would be granted to the large and the small states nearly tore the convention apart. The House of Representatives used to act for the people, while the Senate acted for the states. Now, the senators represent their entire states, but members of the House represent individual districts. The number of districts in each state is determined by a state's population. According to the textbook, it states, in reality, however, committees are more likely to kill legislation than to pass it. In the last few decades have seen a drastic transformation in the way Congress does business. Technology also has since played a big part in the legislative branch today. It's a more effective way for lawmakers to communicate. The executive branch has also had so much growth. It used to be undemanding and had a lot less power than it does now. It was much smaller and depended on the cabinet members and small groups of consultants. The president also had less responsibility, which differs from now, because the president is involved a lot more and had more power. It is now more intricate, and the authority and size of the federal administration has increased drastically. Moving on to the judicial branch, compared to how it is now, it was a lot smaller and a lot less powerful. The Supreme Court only had 6 justices compared to our 9 justices now. According to us.courts.gov, it states, over the years, various acts of Congress have altered the number of seats on the Supreme Court. From a law of 5 to a height of 10, shortly after the Civil War, the number of seats on the court was fixed at 9. Today, there's 1 Chief Justice and 8 associative justices. of the United States Supreme Court. The branches have come a long way and have grown so much throughout the years. I really hope you enjoyed my presentation and it helped you learn a little bit more on how they have improved throughout the years. Thank you for listening. Bye.